There we go. Now we're live. Okay, so welcome to another episode of Lunchtime Talk with Steve. Um, we're waiting for our co-host. We have a guest co-host today, which is Mark. Mark Stevens is going to be our guest co-host. So I'm waiting for him to join in. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a new headset. Yeah, this one actually is a little bit better. The sound is better on here. The microphone is supposed to be much clearer. The noise cancellation and everything. So that's good. A friend of mine, Melissa, actually has a link where she starts talking about how you can broadcast and well, she does a lot of different things about broadcasting and how to get your podcast and your web show up and running. So check her out. It's Melissa Lady Song. Yeah, it's about Melissa Lady Song. Okay, but MG Studios, and you can check her out and see what she's doing out there. She has a web show that she does on Thursday nights, and I mean it's awesome, guys. Check her out and see. I'm gonna drop her link in here about some of the things that she's doing as well, where we can actually start to follow some of her videos because she's really good with a lot of the stuff that she offers. And she sent me a link on how to broadcast or how to upload videos from my computer to Instagram, which is something that a lot of people are looking for. But check that out and you'll see. What I'm doing right now is I'm about to take a few minutes to share my Facebook post with friends and relatives and everyone else. So I invite you guys to do the same. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, do the same, share it out. I don't have the Instagram one up and going because the Instagram, they're not seeing, on Instagram, they're not seeing the background and everything. They're just seeing my green screen and it just doesn't look presentable. So I just wanted to make sure that I show the same thing across the different platforms. LinkedIn is not allowing me to do it yet. They're only allowing selected users to do the LinkedIn live videos. And Twitter, I really haven't gotten into the Twitter thing, so I don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. Well, let's go ahead and share it out with our friends first, friends and relatives and everyone else. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and send it out to them so that they can all, just log in and see what we're doing. And I ask you guys to please also share it with your friends and relatives. Let your friends and relatives and everyone else know that Lunchtime Talk is here. We are, we're talking about different things, and we're waiting for our guest host. Once he comes on, then we would start doing. Once he comes on, then we would start our conversation. Let's see. I'm sending it out to a bunch of people. I ask that you guys do the same. And as you guys join in, when you join in, then go ahead and drop a link. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, what's up, Earl? How are you? Let me know where you guys are watching from. If you're watching from the U.S., from Europe, from the islands, from wherever. Let's see. Even if you're watching on the replay, just send me a link and let me know. Drop me a message and let me know where you're watching from. This way, I can give you a shout out on the next show, all these different things. So let's see. One moment. I still don't see Mark in there yet. Let me send him a message if he's joining. All right, I just sent him a message telling him I'm online and waiting for him. So we can see what if he's gonna join or not. So you guys give me some ideas. What kind of suggestions are you looking? What should we talk about today? I mean, all of the TV shows, all of the news, everything. Everyone's talking about the coronavirus and the new normal. So I'm curious, what is the new normal for you? And is it better than the old normal? That's a good question. Is it better than the old normal? Because some of us, our old normal wasn't that great, and our new normal is better. And then there's some that say the old normal was better, and the new normal was not that great. So, talk to me. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Let's see. I think Mark should be joining in a minute. Let's see. 1 second. Oh, no, he didn't join yet. But I want to hear from you guys. What's the old normal and what's the new normal for you? Um, I want to know what you guys are thinking. Talk to me. Hey, Mark, where are you, buddy? All right, so let's see. So for me, my new normal is being stuck in the house all the time. Hmm. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't go outside, but not like I used to. I go to the grocery store and pretty much that's it. What before I didn't really go out that much anyway, but Earl says, what are the safe carry out places? Good question. Where are you guys ordering from? What foods are you ordering on? And you find that you're getting a good quick service. Go ahead and drop a line in there. Let me know. But yeah, but before this, I wasn't really the going out clubbing kind of guy anyway. So I mean, to stay at home, I thought in the beginning, it wouldn't be that bad until you have to stay at home. It's like being on house arrest without committing a crime. It's like really. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. I don't know where Mark is. So we'll just wait for when I'm up. There we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go ahead and add Mark in here. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Steve? Yeah, I had to pull over on the road because it wasn't working on the rack on the car, so I pulled over. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
was working today. Yeah.
I, yeah, I see you have your mask. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, man. I am protecting me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
I'm
good.
protecting me. Who feels it knows it, right?
Exactly. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are you seeing me through this camera looking directly at you, or which one are you seeing?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
I see.
perfect.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I have two cameras, so I wasn't sure if you were seeing me on
Yeah,
which
yeah,
of the
I
two
see.
cameras.
I see you well. Yeah.
All right,
Oh yeah.
perfect. So tell me how things going up there in Washington.
Oh man, it's crazy up here. These lawmakers, man, they don't care about nobody. What they're trying to do is take away from poor people because right now they're trying to stop, if we want to sue a company for negligence of having us like us and the way I caught this virus. Well, I'm not going to sue my company. I was working and I wanted to work. I needed the money, but some people are going to do that. So they're trying to stop that. But it's mostly the Republicans, man. I don't know what's wrong with them. They have no heart. These guys are crazy, and
Mhm.
everyone, and then you have the protests and I don't understand. You say, make America great again. They're out there protesting. I have no problem with the protesting because that's your right to protest peacefully. But yet you're throwing the American flag on the floor on the ground and stomping on it. Something is wrong with that picture because I wasn't born in the United States, but I defend that flag anywhere I see it because that's a symbol of the United States, and you're gonna be stomping on it. Something is wrong with that picture, man. Really?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the thing is too, when I look at these protests and I see people that are saying that they want things to go back to they want to be able to open up the stores and open up the everything
Right.
else. but then they're not being responsible. They're not wearing a mask. They're not practicing social distance. I think,
Right.
if they were to do these things, then probably people would say, well, you know what? Maybe we could go back to the to opening up stores. But when we see people not wearing masks, not practicing social distancing, and they're just all over the place, and they're in groups of 50, 60, 70 people. I mean,
Uh-huh.
how a politician supposed to say, let's do this when
Right.
they see right off the bat that the people aren't going to be socially responsible?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something is wrong with that picture when you see them without the mask and they're out there at not practicing the social distancing. I say to those people that they're stupid because this pandemic, this virus, it does not discriminate. It's anyone that can get it. And I know it's attacking more black people and more minorities are getting it more. That's the study. That's the study that they say. But I think it's an equal thing because I don't think you can make a virus or have a virus that, you know what, I'm going to attack more black people or more Hispanic people. I think that's bull. I really think that's bull, So, my grandmother taught me that you cannot believe everything you hear. Okay? So, that I don't believe. But if they don't want to wear their mask and they don't want to protect themselves, that's fine with me. You know why? Because I'm going to protect me.
Well, you know something though, when it comes to like you're saying with the minorities being affected more, do you think it could be that not necessarily because the virus is attacking minorities, but because minorities are the ones that are out in the jobs that are that haven't been able to close?
There you go. There you go. But they don't want to say that because who's picking their orange? The Mexicans.
And even your Publix, when you go to your supermarket, whether you go to Publix, Walmart, whatever, the majority of the cashiers, the stocking crew, you go
the minority.
Exactly.
Right.
So maybe it's not that it's attacking the minorities more. It's just the minorities that we're out there and we're out there on the front line more. So therefore, it's a matter of numbers,
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, after you get this virus, you start thinking different. You start doing things different. You really life is going to change. I know for me, it has changed a lot. And I mean, I don't even want to shake hands. I don't even want to give the elbow anymore. I'm afraid to get close to people, and when I'm driving this bus, this is why I got this stigma now that I got to get a new career because this is not going to work for me. Too much people. I'm only doing this right now to help my job, and my company needed me to do the days off that these guys have taken off because we do. Yeah, so I fill in for them. Mm-hmm. But it's only 2 nights a week or 3 nights a week. I can't be doing it. And I told my supervisor yesterday, I said, you know what? I have applied for unemployment, so this is my last week. I want to deal with this, and I have to decide what I want to do after this. But I know it's not going to be driving no limousine. It's not going to be carrying people. No, I can't do it.
Well, let me ask you. So when you got sick, and and for some of the viewers who don't know, you had coronavirus, you had COVID-19. When you got sick, was there an option where you didn't have to go back out to work, and you probably could have just stayed home and get, I don't know what it's, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word when you get hurt at work? I can't remember that word now. Workers' comp, workers' comp, or even like you said, unemployment or something. Was there that option for you or no?
Yeah, well, I didn't know I had that option because we are like contractors. If we don't work, we don't get paid. We are not.
So that goes back to another thing too with the
Yeah.
frontline people, because
Yeah.
if most people that can afford to take time off, or most people
Uh-huh.
that can afford to work from home, are doing that. The ones that can't are the ones that that are out there, that are still out there and in the public eye. Like, you had
Right.
COVID-19, you
Uh-huh.
recovered, and you're back out there again. So it's like,
Yeah.
is there a risk of getting it again? And how does that work?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, uh, man, it my risk. A bunch of chauffeurs are putting themselves at risk by doing this, but we can't do anything else because if we're not getting the unemployment. But I think mine has just been approved. Yeah. One of my coworkers thought I broke down. Yeah. So he just stopped. He just stopped to check me out. Hold on. I'm good. I'm good, Bubba. I'm good. Yeah. You didn't break down? No, I didn't break down. I'm on the phone. Thank you, Bubba. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So he stopped and thought I broke down. So he's the same company, RMA. You know this? Yeah. But there's a bunch of us out here. They're doing a good deed right now. They're doing some stuff in Baltimore here, feeding people through the Red Cross. So
Mhm.
that's what they're doing. You know? Yeah. So this is a whole lot of stuff, but I don't want to be out here. I'm telling you the truth, Steve. It's tough being out here after getting this virus because I had it real bad. You know. Yeah.
So walk me through that. What how did you first find out that you were sick? What made you decide to go to the doctor instead of just saying, "Oh, this is a cold. I'm just going to stay home." And
Well, well. Firstly, I got I got this cough, and then I still have the cough, but it's not as bad. But
Mhm.
I said, I've got this cough before. It's the same cough, no problem. Then 2 days later, I developed no taste, no smell. And then another 2 days after that, I got the fever.
Mhm.
And then I stopped eating. I didn't eat for about 5, 6 days, but I was taking Pedialyte and the Gatorade. I was drinking a lot of that, trying to
Mhm.
keep myself hydrated. But I started getting weak, and I couldn't take it anymore with the fever and all that. So I got checked my temperature on that Sunday when I went into the hospital. It was 103. I said, no, this
Wow.
can't. So I went and took a cold shower, and that brought it down to about 100. And
Mhm.
I called the ambulance because, like, I started hallucinating, you know. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I called the ambulance. They came for me. I can say those people are very professional people. I take my hat off to them every day and thank them. I got to the hospital. They isolated me right away. Uh, and did the test with the
Mhm.
one with the stuff that goes all the way back to your nostrils. Oh man, that thing is nothing nice to do. I
Mhm.
I still feel sore in the back of my nose, and they did it in both nostrils. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and they have to stay 20 seconds in there. Huh, that's nothing nice.
I can imagine, because I mean, wow, 20
Yeah,
seconds is it's a long time when someone has something stuck all the way in the back of your nose.
yeah. Yeah, and then when I got to just before I got to the hospital, when I called the ambulance, I noticed I started having diarrhea, and that's a killer right there. I mean,
Mm.
it makes you less of a man when you can't make it to the
To the bathroom
restroom
and
and
stuff.
I got to go on yourself. Oh man, that's nothing nice. It's nothing
Yeah.
nice. But I can tell you, the nurses at that hospital, at Carroll County Hospital, oh my God, I got to go back there when this blows over. I got to go back there and compliment these people and do something for them. I'm telling you that. I take my hat off to nurses and doctors now. I did before, but even
But
more
even
now.
more, yeah, yeah.
They
I agree.
appreciate it. I mean, oh my God, those people are awesome people. So to all the nurses and doctors out there and all the frontline workers, I take my hat off to you and I respect you for what you do.
Hey, we have a question here from Paula. She was saying, well, first she said, thank God you overcame. And she said you to keep safe, but can you get reinfected again? And did you donate plasma, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, is that plasma? Yeah, it's plasma because it's antibodies in the plasma. But yeah, I donated just at NIH, and they were very happy with what they saw in my blood. So
Okay.
the doctor said that more than likely that I won't catch it, but still try to keep my immune system up. Told me what to take, what to eat. They gave me some supplements, and man, those things making me eat like a pig. You know? Yeah. So I'm eating a lot. I lost 20 pounds while I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for a week and a half,
Wow.
and it's amazing how I came out. I came out very weak, but in a matter of 3 days, I mean, I picked up a pound or two. I know it because I can see it. My eyes were sinking in. I mean, and it's all getting better by the day.
Yeah.
I have faith. Yes, I do. And I pray to God every day because I used to pray before, but I really pray now. Let's put it that way. I'm not a religious person, and I won't preach to anyone else. Come on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're breaking up
I
a
got.
little bit. Are you passing the White House
I
again?
can't hear you now. I got to go back in because somebody called me. Let me come back in. Let me cut off and come back in.
All right. When you come back in,
Yeah, I
make sure
can't
you
hear
put.
you now.
Can you hear me now?
Ah,
All right. Paula said, thanks for sharing your experience. Yeah, Mark is very open with his experiences, the experience that he had with COVID-19. And I really want him to come back on again so that we can talk about that a little bit more. Marva, how are you? Marva said we're all praying more, and that's true. I mean, it's like it makes you start to realize how precious life is when you can just pick up something for something as simple as just going to the supermarket, just go into Walmart or wherever. So it's like, wow. Mark is going to call back in and we're going to be able to get him back.
Dave.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I'm
There you
here.
go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm not a religious fanatic or anything like that, but I have faith and I believe. So I think that's what got me through more than anything else. The doctors are awesome too, and I had a whole bunch of people that I didn't even know was praying for me. So awesome. So I want to say thanks to my family, my friends, and everybody that prayed for me, man. I thank God every day to be alive. I mean, it was a crazy thing where the second night, my oxygen level went down to about 50%, and then they put me on oxygen, and the doctor came in and said to me, "Do not go to sleep." It says, "Mr. Stevens, you don't want to go in that machine there," because they brought the machine in the room. That's a frightening little machine that they have. He said, people goes in that don't usually come off. He said, "I'm not trying to frighten you. It's up to you." You stay up and walk around. You bring your oxygen level up in the morning, you're good. That's all he had. I said, Doc, that's all you had to tell me. I got off that bed, even though I was weak. And he said, I don't want to have to incubate you. No, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to put that thing down your throat. Nope. He says, you're young. I said, thank you. I said, I'll be 56. He said, I know that. You're young. Yeah. So yeah, they were awesome, man. And by 7:30 the next morning, he came back in and he said, oh, check my oxygen level. They looked at the machine. It says, yeah, the machine is not lying. You're back up to 92%. Yep. And I said, oh, awesome. He said, well, that's what we wanted to see.
That's
but
great.
now, yeah. But now I'm worried about the medicine that they gave me.
Why is
They
that?
said that because I'm listening to all these different reports that medicine have a lot of side effects that I have.
Really?
That I have. Yeah. You know, and
Like
I mean,
what,
it
for
made
example?
me. Yeah. One, your testicles get blue. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big one right there for men.
Oh yeah. I want to protect the jewel. You know. Yeah. But yeah. What is working for me is eating a lot of garlic. That's a home remedy. And an Indian doctor told me about that. He had went to see this week, and it says garlic, onion. It says is gonna help with that, and the ginger. Yep.
You know what you're gonna do now, right? You're gonna make everybody run out there and go get garlic, ginger, and onions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Walmart's gonna be out of garlic, ginger, and onions.
I eat the garlic every day. I had not a whole head, but just a plug from the garlic. Every morning I cut it up, mince it up, and I eat that along with the ginger. But the ginger, oh my God, I can't deal with it. But I'm doing it because I need to get better.
So you mix the garlic, the ginger, and the onion together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what do you do? Like saute this, or how would you do it?
Now, what I do is for the ginger itself, I blend it up real small, put it in my tea. Yep, hot tea bag, and man, that thing opens up your sinus. Yep. And I used to go to the restroom once a day. Now I go 3 times a day.
All because of the garlic, the ginger, and the garlic, ginger, and onion.
Oh yeah, I walk around sometime.
You okay? You all right?
Yep. I walk around. I never know how much gas I had in me, man. I walk around sometime like a machine gun.
You're funny, Mark.
Yeah, man. No, you know, Steve, I'm sorry but I'm a very blunt person.
No, listen, that's what we need. We don't need someone that's going to beat around the bush. We want to hear the real, honest truth. You know what I mean? And that's what you need. You need to just tell people the honest truth so that they can be prepared, and especially the symptoms, because again, there are people out there with these symptoms and they don't know if it's just a cold or if it's COVID-19. And then so you went to the hospital to get tested, right? You didn't go to one of the testing sites.
No. When I went to the hospital, when the ambulance took me, they tested me there, and they got the result like a day and a half or 2 days later, and then they got the results in the morning at 4:00 in the morning, and my wife knew about the results before me because she was online with them, with the hospital, man. This is why I gotta say, and they kept her informed of everything, all the way from Belize. She knew about my results before I did.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
so they were in contact with her. She's a Belize, and they're in Washington, and they were in contact with her.
The hospital.
That's it.
My wife was in contact with the hospital.
Right.
She got in contact with the hospital, and they kept her well informed. I
That's
mean,
good.
it's crazy. Yeah, she called from Belize. They would call her and let her know how I'm doing and all that. You know,
That's very good.
yep. And then we video chatted the morning after the episode of my oxygen level, and
Mm.
she was just on the phone, just bawling. That's all. And my two little boys, they were just crying, you know. And that is something tough to see.
Yeah.
Your people, because I'm a very emotional person. I don't hide it. I am telling you right now, I cry. I'm just that kind of person. So, you know, yeah. So it's very tough when your family is a distance away, like they're in Belize right now. But I'm so glad that I got sick here and not there. You know, because I was going home that same week, and I didn't want. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have infected them.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, God is great, man, and God is wonderful. That's all
All
I
the
can.
time. All the
Yeah.
time, you know?
My grandmother taught me every disappointment is for the better.
Yes.
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 So yeah, I was disappointed I didn't go home, but 3 days later I'm COVID positive.
Right. And imagine, like you said, if you had gone home, you'd infect everybody, your wife, your kids,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And
People
everyone
people
doesn't
on
have the
the
same
plane.
success rate that you had. Exactly. The people on the plane and everything too.
We're gone again.
I can hear
We're gone
you.
again.
I can hear you. Can you hear
Let
me?
me log back in because somebody called.
Ah, okay. I guess whenever someone calls him, it cuts him out. But wow, I mean, Martin has a very powerful story there. That's. I mean, wow. I can't even imagine. Up there he is. We'll put him back in. All right,
Yes.
there we go.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I tell people, please don't don't stigmatize on people too that have got the virus, because we are not we are human beings, and we didn't ask to get this virus. It just came about that we got it. We were the lucky ones. How about that? You
Mm,
know? Yeah. So anyone can get this virus, and
definitely.
yeah, and I'm very, very conscious that they don't know much about the virus. So this is why I'm wearing my mask too, because I don't want to infect nobody if that's the case. But I was tested twice again, and negative, so I'm good. And my antibodies is up. So and I said, hey, they need to get the plasma from me. But I'm afraid of those big needles, man. I'm
I,
afraid of needles.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can understand how you feel because I'm very afraid of them. But you know
Oh
that.
man.
But the thing is though, you got to look at the greater good and the things that you're doing for others.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
really do appreciate it. I
Yeah.
mean, I can tell you, me personally, I appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate what the nurses are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying to go back to the page here because I'm missing the. There it is, the feed. All right, but it is a lot though that we don't see that happens behind the scenes, whether it's with the nurses, the doctors, again, the people that are out there,
Right.
the frontline people. Because when we say frontline, we normally talk about police officers, firemen, nurses, and doctors.
Right.
But you're one of the frontline people. You guys are the face of the. You're the public. You're the ones that the public interact with all day long. So you have your bus drivers, your people at the supermarket, and a lot of you don't have the option or the luxury to just say I'm
Right.
going to stay home. And
Right.
so when we're at those stores, what I want to remind all the viewers out there too and remind them to tell their friends and everyone. When you're at those stores and these people are a little bit, like if you're at Walmart or whatever, and it's taking them a little bit longer, be patient. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to get all upset and get all riled up about it, because this person is literally putting their lives on the line, because the 100 people they see every day, all it takes is one of those 100 people to have COVID-19, and boom, that's it. So
you're right. You're right. Just takes one, and one especially the ones that are asymptomatic, that don't know nothing, don't have no symptoms. Those are the ones that are very dangerous, because they have no symptoms at all, none whatsoever. And those are the ones that are still around. And this is why I'm talking about the openings of the beach and people congregating so close together. I'm sorry, but these are the ones that are going to make make America be in deep trouble, because I'm telling you, this virus is nothing to play with. This virus is a killer. I mean, the evidence is there.
And I saw an article, I'm trying to bring it up now, as a matter of fact. I saw an article earlier today with the Sun Sentinel, the Fort Lauderdale Sun Sentinel, and they were talking about that. They were saying that the rate is going up now because people are out there, people getting out there more, and people aren't protecting themselves. So let me see. I'm going to try to bring it up and put it here so people could see it. But it's so crazy that it's like, wow, how could people be so? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say careless, but that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm looking. Go ahead.
Steve, this is just like driving. You see, I don't want people have their phones and doing this kind of thing while they are on the road driving. See what I did? I pulled over because I want to be safe. And
exactly.
This is what we need to do, but people are not following those rules, because if you don't pull over, being on the phone like this is like drunk driving.
Right.
So take heed, people. They say, oh, you know what? The flu killed more people than this virus. I say to them, it's equivalent and even worse. See?
And and the thing is too, when you look at it, okay, even if that's the case, death is death, and it doesn't make a difference. Which one caused it? If it's something that's preventable, let's prevent it. So whether the person died from the flu, from the common cold, from from COVID-19, if it's preventable, prevent it. And this is definitely preventable. So it's not, so for the president to be sitting there and comparing it and saying it's not this and it's not that, or not just him, but anyone, it's like, why bother to even trivialize it like that? Just just prevent it.
But look at all the people that were saying it was a hoax because the president said it was a hoax. And look, they have to all retract. They have to all take it back. And then they're all saying something else the next week or the next day. Now, I call that not responsible at all.
True.
And those people that were doing that and saying was a hoax and spreading this to the ignorant people that listen to them, I say to them now, what you got to say now?
Yeah.
What you have to say now? With 60, 80,000 people dead. What you have to say, and what you have to say to those people, families.
Yes.
Because
how do you look those people in the eye?
Right. And these are people that are news anchors, news hosts that spread false rumors and all this stuff, false information to the people. So people weren't even worried. They were like thinking between the lines, politics and shit. I said, oh, they're just talking crap. So people didn't start to protect themselves. So I'm talking to, especially to the Trump followers. It's so mind-boggling. I know you can say what you want because it's a free country and it is a free country. This is part of democracy.
Right.
I understand all that, but please take heed. I'm just trying to save your life. That's all I'm trying to do. And there's a lot of people. Look at how they walked up on those frontline workers, those nurses, and all that, and be up in their faces. I mean, that's terrible. I can understand that you don't dislike people, but don't hate. Don't hate. Hate is a terrible thing. Hate eats you out. So don't hate. Dislike.
And when we see some of the protests that they have going on, where we see people with guns and all kind of stuff, it's like, come on, really? Do we have to get? Does it have to get to that point?
Exactly. And then the first thing the guy said, I saw that one in the Michigan, in the Michigan mayor's office or the governor's state house, putting up his hand, hail Hitler. Come on, Hitler was one of the worst in this world. What he did to the Jews, and look at us here too, which was 60 years ago, 62 years ago. This is fresh, where they were hanging black people in the South. Huh? Come on, and black people are still suffering in the United States, and all over the world, not only United States. All over the world. So don't hate, because this world, I think this pandemic is trying to show us, and God is trying to show us, I'm in charge. If you don't change your ways, this is what's going to happen to you. Yeah.
So do you think that that we need to shut down the world every 20 years or so that we can replenish? Because I mean, when you look at a lot of that happens since people aren't outside, you look at how the oceans are cleaner, the air is cleaner, so many different things to get it cleaner. What about that idea?
There you go. There's a whole lot of things that are so different, and you go to the beach, the water looks so clean. All the pollution that we were putting into this earth is all gone for right now. Look at the smog in New York. Look at the smog in California. You can see the sky. We're not getting these acid rain anymore, just because we are shut down. The whole world is shut down.
And that's if we shut down for just a short time. Imagine if we shut down, like if we keep doing it. Again, every 20 years that we did that,
And you can't. I was watching National Geographic, where the polar bears now are coming into Anchorage, and those places, because the snow has melted so fast. They don't have as much a long winter as before in those places that, the South Pole, all that. Look at all the ice that is melting because of global warming. And now, Obama put in place a task force for global warming, but a task force for pandemic. This man came in and dismantled those things because he didn't dislike Obama. He still hates Obama and his family. Look at what he put Obama and his family through. And Obama was classy. Class, that's what you call class. Obama and his family. I didn't like a lot of things that Obama did, but how could you put a family through that? Just because you don't like him, he hates Obama. They hated Obama. He still do. Everything is Obama's problem. Everything is Obama.
Yeah, they
You know
find a
that?
way to. Yeah, Trump does find a way to blame Obama for everything, and then the
Yeah.
followers, like as they do, they follow in his footsteps. But the
Yeah.
administration, I don't think the entire administration follows his lead. I think they're
Yeah.
just afraid to say. I think they're afraid to go against him.
Well, I was gonna say that they do
Yeah.
because they're afraid of him, and they know. I'm sorry, but he's one ignorant sob. I'm sorry. I respect the United States and the office
Mhm.
of the president,
Oh yes,
but
definitely.
him,
You have to
but
respect
him,
the office.
right? But I don't respect him. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
The man has got a problem, and he's got a mental problem.
Mhm.
I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash from some of my people, but Mark Stevens speaks his mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, I speak my mind, and I take whatever you want to say because I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. So I said,
And
really, is that what you think of me? Well, hey, as long as you don't physically try to hurt me.
I wanted to mention to people that are listening as well. If any of you guys want to be on the show, definitely let me know. I can have you guys on as well as a co-host, or if you want to speak on any of the points that you see that we're talking about, let me know, and I'll send you the link, and then we'll be able to we'll be able to get you in here as well. Hey Cliff, what's going on? Soca Man Cliff, how's it going? This guy right
Hey,
here, this is one of the Soca Men. Can you see the comments that I'm putting up on there too, Mark, or no?
yeah, it's kind of small though. Yeah, hold
Okay,
on.
yeah,
Let me.
because
Yeah.
the camera, the thing is in the portrait position. That's probably why. But this is
Yeah.
Cliff Mears, Soca Man Cliff. He is like one of the I can't even begin to explain his performances. This man gives you a good performance every single time. All right, you name the song, this man would sing it, and he sing it just like the original people. He cover
Wow.
all the songs. This great man, great man. I'm telling you. One of
Wow.
these days, we're gonna have to
Wow.
get him on the show, maybe to do a little bit of singing on there too. We're gonna make this show a little bit different. We're going to talk about different things, and we're also going to promote some of the small businesses and some of the people that are out there. I want to see, Sandy White is on there. I see Sandy. Sandy's a financial genius out there too. So we got
Yeah.
also all different kind of people on here. Donna Lingo, she's on there. Awesome woman, awesome woman.
Yeah.
So we're going to get some more of these people on here. And like I
Yeah.
said, if anyone that's watching, Stephen McCarty, I see you on there. If any of you guys that are watching want to be on the show, even if you just want to talk about whatever your business is, let me know. Inbox me, send me a message, talk to me. As a matter of fact, if you guys anything you guys want to do, we're wide open. But I'm looking at the time; it's already 1:15. I gotta head back to work.
All right.
But
One thing I wanted to say, Steve. One thing, not to cut you off. I gotta go. But the ladies with their babies, or families with their babies, 6 months to a year old, please do not put those tight masks on those babies' face. They can suffocate, and have them in a stroller, and you're not seeing them.
Right.
I just saw one of that this week at the store, and telling the lady that the baby is suffocating. When she looked at the baby was already blue. So don't be careful with that. No, I'm trying not to take your kids out there. They're too young. No, leave the kids at home, because that's the rules in Belize. You got to leave your kids at home if they're not over 5 years old. You got to leave them at home. Yeah, that's the rules right now in Belize. Yeah. Yep. They tell you don't bring your kids out.
And that's good advice. That's really good.
Went home, but I pulled over on the side just to talk to you and get on the show. So it was nice seeing you, Steve. And we are back in business. I'm glad you're back.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. And stay safe out there, Mark. All right.
Well, man, I will. Thanks again.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So, we're it's time for us to wrap up now. Let's see. All right, there we go. So it's time for us to wrap up and head back to work. All right. Again, stay safe. You guys heard from Mark. He went through this thing. He was in the hospital. I mean, we hear about it on the news, but when you actually put a face to it and you can see a person that actually went through it and the person's telling you, stay safe, people. I know there are a lot of things that we want to do. We want to go out to a restaurant. We want to go get our haircuts. I want to get a haircut. We want to go to clubs. We want to go to all these different things. It's not worth it. I mean, this is where people always use the expression, I'm dying to do something. No, don't die to do this. Come on. Please don't. Don't. Let's just relax. Let's stay home for a little bit longer. Get to know your family. Hang out with them. If your family's getting on your nerves that much, maybe you need to leave your family and get another family. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't say Steve told you to leave your family. All right? Don't. I'm joking. But get to know your family. Buy a board game. Buy Monopoly. Buy checkers, Parcheesi, whatever. Play board games with your family. But anyhow, we'll talk later on. Another episode tomorrow. At around noon. Check me out. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get another guest host on here for tomorrow. Any of you guys want to be a guest host? Just look me up. Let me know. All right. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe. Take care of each other. And if you have a neighbor, friend, or you see anyone that doesn't have a vehicle that will need some food, help them get a ride over to to wherever they're handing out food or whatever. All right, come on, let's do this. We are a brother's keeper. Talk to you guys later. Peace.